Yo, what's up, tech enthusiasts? Today we're diving into some seriously retro tech. Buckle up because we're talking about Windows 3.1, the operating system that was huge in the 90s. But today, we're going beyond the basics. So if you're an intermediate user or just want to sound smart at a retro tech party, this one's for you. Let's go. So you've probably seen the iconic Windows 3.1 desktop, right? If not, here's the deal. Windows 3.1 introduced a multitasking environment, which means you could actually have multiple programs open at once. This was a big deal back then. But here's a fun fact. Windows 3.1 didn't have a start menu. Instead, we had the Program Manager where you could launch apps by clicking on groups. That's right, groups inside groups. Pretty wild for 1992. Now, here's the trick that will make you look like a pro. Keyboard shortcuts. Forget about hunting down every icon with your mouse. Here's what you need to know. Alt plus Tab lets you switch between open programs, like a boss. Control plus Escape opens the Program Manager without clicking around. And of course, Alt plus F4 closes programs. It's the old school X button. Okay, let's talk file management. In Windows 3.1, we didn't have File Explorer, we had File Manager, and trust me, it was way simpler than what we have now. Your hard drive was usually C, and File Manager had these two handy windows so you could easily copy files from one folder to another. It was super basic but incredibly efficient for the time. Now, one of the cool things about Windows 3.1 was how much you could customize it, even back then. Let's talk backgrounds. You could change the wallpaper, but you were limited to just 16 colors. Yeah, sorry, no HD wallpapers. But hey, it still felt cool. To make things really pop, you could also tweak the font size and even change the system sounds. Honestly, you could have a lot of fun just with the control panel adding a little flair to your workspace. Alright, this is a big one. TrueType fonts. This was huge back in the day. It was the first time you could scale fonts to any size and still keep them looking smooth. No more jagged edges like the old school fonts. If you were a writer or a graphic designer back then, you were absolutely living the dream with TrueType fonts in Windows 3.1. Let's talk about games because yes, Windows 3.1 had some absolute gems. If you were into card games, you were definitely playing Solitaire or Minesweeper. But here's the cool thing. Windows 3.1 was compatible with a ton of third-party software. You could run loads of apps that were specifically made for it. So if you were an early adopter, you were living large. Now, not everything was smooth sailing in Windows 3.1. It definitely had its bugs, especially when it came to memory management. You'd run into errors like insufficient memory, and if you did, Control-Alt-Delete was your go-to restart button. But honestly, it was all part of the experience. So there you have it, folks. Windows 3.1 was a true game-changer for its time, and if you're diving into retro tech, it's definitely worth checking out. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite Windows 3.1 memory? Or is there something about it that still baffles you? Hit me up with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more tech content. Thanks for watching.